Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're diving into what I like to call a real masterclass in community event planning. We are tackling this massive, sometimes totally chaotic logistical puzzle that thousands of organizers face every single year. We're talking about transforming a traditional community event, specifically a summer vacation Bible school, or VBS, into an absolutely unforgettable, high-energy experience. It's a really fascinating look at how structured entertainment can completely revitalize your community outreach. So here's the million-dollar question we're answering today. How do you elevate a VBS program way beyond just standard indoor lessons and crafts? I mean, how do you actually boost attendance, keep highly energetic kids engaged all week long, and do the whole shebang while battling extreme summer weather? It's not just about giving kids something to do to pass the time. It's about engineering a week that families are going to talk about all year long.
To get there, we've got a blueprint. We'll look at the VBS Summer Challenge, beating the Arizona heat, engaging kids of all ages, helping volunteers and families, and finally, the ultimate event solution.
All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the VBS Summer Challenge, high stakes in the desert. We're analyzing strategies used by top-tier organizers in places like Phoenix and the East Valley of Arizona. And the magic number here? 100. As in, well over 100 degrees. Summer temperatures in Arizona regularly completely shatter this mark. Think about what that actually means for an event planner. You have hundreds of energetic children who desperately need to run around and burn off energy, but you are operating in an environment where stepping outside literally feels like walking into a preheated oven. It's a massive, real-world logistical hurdle that you have to plan for meticulously. But here's the thing. Overcoming this extreme heat challenge isn't just about survival, right? It's not just about keeping everyone safely hydrated. It is about actively creating an exciting vibe. The data shows us that when you provide memorable, thrilling experiences, you do way more than just entertain. You actually boost attendance. That raw excitement encourages families to register early, it brings them back year after year, and it naturally prompts kids to invite their friends. Which brings us right into part 2. Beating the Arizona heat with strategic cooling solutions. Look, you can't change the weather, right? So you have to change the environment. By bringing in giant inflatable water slides, slip-and-slides, and foam parties, event planners completely flip the script on the heat. Instead of complaining about those brutal triple-digit temperatures, kids are actively begging to get outside. A massive water slide becomes this highly anticipated reward at the end of a VBS week. It fundamentally increases comfort and transforms what would be an oppressive summer afternoon into an absolute blast. And actually, speaking of foam parties, the rapid rise of these things is just fascinating. This is currently one of the fastest growing attractions for modern VBS programs. Organizers are moving way beyond just your standard water balloon toss into highly specialized, totally immersive experiences. Why are they such a smash hit? Well, picture this. Kids get to run through literal mountains of foam with their friends. It is an incredibly unique sensory experience, but strategically, for the organizers, it is a visual goldmine. It heavily encourages photo taking, which parents then immediately share on social media. That's word-of-mouth marketing for your community outreach that money just can't buy. These are especially perfect for VBS finales or family night celebrations, ending the week on a massive high note. Moving on to step 3. Engaging kids of all ages through targeted entertainment. Because let's face it, a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work when your crowd ranges from kindergartners all the way up to 5th graders. On one side, you have highly energetic younger kids. After sitting through lessons and crafts, they need a safe outlet to just bounce off the walls, literally. Bounce houses are perfect for this, especially during those chaotic check-in periods. But on the flip side, you have older elementary kids. A standard bounce house isn't going to hold their attention. They are a bit harder to please and require wholesome but thrilling entertainment, things like rock climbing walls and interactive games, so they don't just tune out entirely. So to really capture that older crowd, organizers are leaning hard into giant obstacle courses and sports inflatables. These attractions appeal directly to their competitive nature while keeping the entertainment completely safe and structured. It's all about providing an environment where those older kids feel challenged rather than patronized. But wait, there is a deeper layer of strategy here. These obstacle courses aren't just high-priced babysitters to kill time. They actively reinforce the core themes of the VBS curriculum. As kids race through these physical challenges, they're naturally forced to work together, to cheer on their teammates, and ultimately to build confidence. It literally takes the concepts of friendship and teamwork that they learned indoors and puts them into immediate, memorable practice outdoors. Next up, number 4, helping volunteers and families and the hidden perks involved. You know, it is so easy to plan an event focused entirely on the kids and completely forget the absolute lifeblood of any church program, the volunteers. Planning recreation activities for hundreds of hyperactive kids can be exhausting. So, how does this structured entertainment strategy actually serve those hardworking adults? Think about it. Without built-in entertainment, your volunteers are frantic. They are trying to invent complicated games from scratch, they're constantly organizing, and just generally trying to herd cats all week. But when you bring in structured attractions, like renting a giant inflatable, the game basically runs itself. The attraction provides hours of natural engagement. And this fundamentally shifts the volunteer's role. It completely frees them up to focus on what really matters: ministry, safety, teaching, and building meaningful relationships with those kids.
And this whole strategy pays off big time for visiting families, too. A lot of these VBS programs end with a big closing night celebration. By adding just a few extra elements, tents for the sweet relief of much-needed shade, tables and chairs where people can actually sit down, maybe some classic carnival games, and concession machines pouring out that nostalgic smell of fresh popcorn and sweet snow cones, you completely transform a simple church event into a welcoming community festival. This leaves an incredibly strong positive impression on parents and first-time visitors.
Which leads us to our final piece, number 5, the ultimate event solution and streamlining logistics. Okay, so we know what needs to be done, but how do you actually pull off this masterclass in logistics without, totally losing your mind? The secret sauce is maximum convenience through vendor consolidation. The smartest organizers are sourcing everything, from the giant water slides and foam machines right down to the basic tables, chairs, and canopies, from a single trusted company. In the Arizona area we've been analyzing, churches rely heavily on a perfect party rental. Using one vendor completely eliminates the absolute chaos of trying to coordinate multiple delivery times and juggling separate contracts. But you've got to have a partner with a big enough regional footprint. A perfect party rental covers a massive area, serving the East Valley and beyond. We're talking Phoenix, Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, Scottsdale, Tempe, Queen Creek, Santan Valley, all the way to Apache Junction. Having a dedicated partner who can provide spotless, sanitized equipment, handle the professional setup, and ensure totally reliable delivery across that entire region is what makes pulling off these complex events actually feasible. And I absolutely love this quote from them. Whether your church serves 30 children or 3,000, we can help create a vacation Bible school experience families will remember long after the week is over. It just perfectly highlights the sheer scalability of this approach. It doesn't matter if you're a small rural church with 30 kids or a massive community center managing 3,000. By plugging in structured, high-quality entertainment and offloading the heavy logistical lifting to the professionals, you guarantee a massive impact, no matter your size. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. When you sit down to map out your next outreach program, ask yourself, is it just going to be another week on the calendar, or are you going to engineer a lasting memory? By tackling the physical challenges head-on, catering to your specific age demographics, and completely streamlining your logistics, you can transform the ordinary into the unforgettable. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we will see you next time as we break down another fascinating topic.